Hey, it's your moderator, Justin Russell. I'm here with Admiral Ken Carradine. We're here at Cousin Cigars here in Cleveland, Ohio, as Backroom Politics covers the Republican National Convention 2016. We just got done with day one. We're right now about to hit off day two, but let's talk about day one for a second, Admiral. Big story right now is Melania Trump's speech, which absolutely has to be the 2008 speech by First Lady Michelle Obama. A lot of stir going around about that.
Swing and a miss. I think the Trump campaign had an opportunity last night, but I think the news of the day has completely undermined what should have been a pretty good speech. I think Justin said it best in this post. She didn't sign up for this, and unfortunately, I think somebody in the Trump campaign really screwed up. And what's really interesting is that no one's gonna pay the piper for it.
You know, the funny thing about it is, I think her delivery was exactly what we expected. I think she was heartfelt. I think she thought that the words were meaningful. And a lot of people that were in the arena at the time of the speech really thought that it was well placed, well played. But the fact about it is, it's being overrun by the story that this was, in fact, plagiarized. You can't call it anything but. You can call it cribbed, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line, there was a lot of similarities, and CNN put it up word for word, side by side this morning.
And even Corey Lewandowski this morning called out Paul Manafort, saying, "Look, you know, this happened on your watch, and if you're a campaign manager of honor, you know, and this happened on your watch, you should do the right thing and resign." It'll be interesting to see if that happens. I don't think it will. But what blew me away was Corey breaking with the Trump campaign just a little bit to make that statement.
So the funny thing about it is, a lot of chaos, a lot of word of chaos going on inside the campaign, a lot of chaos going inside the convention. The one thing that was pointed out to us after we got here to Cleveland was, apparently Tim Tebow was slated to speak according to a release that went out last week. Tim Tebow came back and said, "Nobody's contacted me, and I'm not speaking."
Apparently he didn't get the memo.
Apparently he didn't get the memo. So who did they replace him with? Chachi, Charles in Charge, Scott Baio. But to Scott Baio's credit, Scott Baio actually did a really good job from the floor yesterday.
He did. And as did the Duck Dynasty, Mr. Robertson. He did pretty well, too.
Yeah, he did. Mr.
Yeah.
Robertson, we heard good things about his speech. But the speech of the night has to go to Mayor Rudolph Giuliani, America's mayor. I mean, he had that place just fired up as he was giving his speech.
Not the general?
No, the general did not do it. War's not about bathrooms.
No, it's not about bathroom doors.
It's not about
winning. It's about winning.
Yes. No kidding.
As a career naval officer, that was news to me. That was pretty
But
good.
Mayor Giuliani's speech,
He was great.
mean, you know, a lot of people started asking the question, why can't we have Giuliani? Giuliani looked presidential. He had the team wild up. Everybody was united. He really got them going.
Well, what I think is probably baking in other people's minds, along with that question, was the attempt by the Stop Trump movement, how that was kind of put to rest last night or yesterday. I don't think we're going to hear any more from that.
Including pictures of former Virginia governor candidate from the Republican Party, Ken Cuccinelli, throwing his credentials on the floor as he and other delegates basically just walked off the floor as they were trying to pass the rules for the convention.
So what about this virus thing that's running around? You caught a piece of that this morning.
Yeah, so the disease of the day is norovirus. Apparently, the LA Times has been tweeting out that some members of the California delegation have come down with the norovirus while they are staying at their hotel here downtown. We won't mention the hotel, but the California delegation apparently is having a little bit of a tummy problem this morning.
Tight cheeks.
You're very
Tight
true.
cheeks.
Very true. So here's the big question is, today we've got more family members. We've got Tiffany Trump. We've got Donald Trump Jr. speaking today. Are they putting too much of the family in the crosshairs right now, Ken?
I don't think so. I think they really don't have much of a choice. I mean, you know, the whole big question before coming into this was whether Donald Trump was going to be able to achieve party unity. I think the lack of big members or big leaders from the Republican Party showing up to talk, with the exception of Paul Ryan, is probably they really don't have a choice. I mean, they've got to backfill with people that Trump knows he can count on and depend on, and present him in a likable manner. That's something that campaign really needs.
Right, and you brought up Speaker Ryan. Speaker Ryan and Governor Chris Christie both on the slate to speak today, both in prime time, I believe. The thing about it is lots of expectations on what Speaker Ryan's going to say. Is he going to come out and go full bore with Donald Trump? Is he going to come out and try and create party unity? Is it even possible right now, Ken?
I don't know. I think at a minimum you can expect Speaker Ryan to talk about the House, the Republican House's plank and what they're going to try and do, their agenda for the next 4 years or so. But it remains to be seen. This has been a very, very unusual campaign year. I think the fact that this convention is falling just in line with the rest of the trend.
Yeah, and by the way, the word dumpster fire is being heard all over Cleveland because of Senator Ben Sass's comment when asked by the media, "Are you going to take your friends, or are you going to take your family to Cleveland?" He said, "I'm going to take my kids. I'm going to go around the state and go look at dumpster fires." So dumpster fire is the key word here.
One thing I will say that struck me yesterday is just the amount of security here. There are large groups. The word that I want to use probably is platoons of police officers from different metropolitan cities all over the country.
I mean, we saw from Austin, Georgia, South Carolina,
New York.
CHP,
Yeah.
California Highway Patrol, New York State Police,
Yeah.
a lot of the state police regiments that are out and about. This is a very secure convention.
I felt very safe.
Didn't feel
last night.
uncomfortable.
Not at
Didn't
all.
feel
Not at
uncomfortable
all.
at all. So anyway, stay tuned. We're going to do daily blasts here from Cousin Cigars here on St. Clair Avenue here in Cleveland, our kind of home base for while Backroom Politics is here at the convention. But also check out, today is Tuesday, which means that at 4 o'clock Eastern, Dan Lipner is going to be hosting the show. They'll probably be covering the convention as well.
One more thing. We had a great conversation here yesterday with a retired Cleveland police detective and basically
and a precinct boss from one of the communities.
And it was a fabulous conversation on community and interaction with the police. If you get a chance, go out to the website and check it out.
Yeah, go to www.backroompolitics.org. It's the latest audio feed up on the website. And then if you have any questions for us, you can always get to us at Backroom Politic on Twitter. And then also we're going to be posting some comments on our friends over at Sidewire, which we had a great time with them last night.
Absolutely.
Definitely check out sidewire.com. But anyways, from Cleveland, on behalf of Admiral Ken Carradine, I'm your moderator, Justin Russell.
See you
Tune
tomorrow.
in at 4 o'clock for Dan Lipner's hosting of Backroom Politics. But we'll see you tomorrow, and keep an eye on our Facebook and Twitter feeds as we continue coverage of the Republican National Convention live from Cleveland, Ohio. We'll see you tomorrow.